Hello and welcome to Team Fortress TV with Admirable, kaidus, and John. We're here for the ETF2L Season 17, powered by TD Esports Premiership Week 5 fixture between Daughter and Berrichonne de Châteauroux. It's going to be Process and Viaduct. These teams might be readying up real soon, so no time for banter right now, kaidus. I want you to take me to this first middle.
Holy God, thrown right into it. Okay, I'm watching Rib. He's I think he's trying to do the fast follow, but he doesn't hit it, so he's going to just sticky jump over to his med pack, taking it early. Demo for red team, Exxon doesn't really want to contest him, he's just staying back and wait for his team to show up. And now we're just waiting for the bomb. I expected more aggression early out of these Frenchies, but T-Mac's taking it slow, jumping in now though, he's going for that medic. Takes him down instantly, holy God. Tell me, what do you see?
Had crits as well there, but didn't get anywhere near to building up that charge and getting a chance to pop it off. T-Mac shuts him down, but right now it's turned into a 3-on-3. You see LBC here tagged up as an AWS, but that doesn't seem to be giving them any supernatural powers right now. It's Walter's getting hunted down there by Flippy, but Lars is still on middle. So it's going to be Flippy versus Lars here. Lars is not even going to get a sneaky cap there. Could have dropped down and capped it, I think, kaidus, but chooses to run away instead.
Yeah, I think he could have got it, but I don't know. I guess he wants to stay alive. They do have a slight uber advantage coming. I don't know, is that crits again? I can't see the medic at the moment. I think he is running crits. It's crits to 2 nuts. So I guess it's a smart decision, keep 6 up, and they're going to have the crits advantage to work with. But Rib goes down really early, that's a real blow for them. They're not going to be able to contest this, but maybe he's going to respawn in time for the crits. I think he probably will. He's on 9 seconds at the moment. I don't know, maybe Zebasai will want to take it anyway. He's that kind of player. Rib probably going to come late, actually.
Looked like he was in 2 mines there. Rib was already into a choke, and a couple of people were trying to go PC, but he was overextended. There's the crits coming in, the air shot, no good. The second rocket catches the geometry and doesn't do any damage, I think. And that crits was a bit of a train wreck right there, as 3 go down for 1. And LBC looking dominant right now. It's up to Rib and Beaver to try and make something happen, but Flippy cleans them up. LBC gonna hold on, cap Spire, and it looks as well like Exxon's pushing on to last for the spawn camp.
Yeah,
he's bringing out the crossbow, trying to buy time for his team here, kaidus, but it's a bit of a big ask.
What?
Oh, a soda comes in, Uber popped off.
I thought that was done. I thought it was just going to be an easy cap. That was really unfortunate, that crits though, because Zebasai hit the first rocket, it hit like 4 people, and all of them went down to red, but he just couldn't find like the second rocket on anyone.
Damn. Right now though, it is 2 minutes 30 played, and we're going on to the second middle here, pretty fast round. And I'm watching a big skip jump in there from Larsa. He's jumped into nothing really, but then sees T-Mac flying past him, turns around and gets mowed down by 2 skips coming hard across the top there. But T-Mac himself has been cleaned up. It's turned into a 2-on-2 as Flippy joins T-Mac and the spawn queue. Walters gives away a frag to Tech there, and everyone's a bit spread out here, but 2 nuts has managed to get an arrow frag onto Bull from across the map there.
Tech could do this. He was healthy. Oh no, he gets air shot. I was going to say he could take it. He was like full HP against 2 relatively weak players, but takes an air shot instantly. I think that's going to end the mid for them. Was a strange mid. Was that 2 fast soldiers coming in on
T-Mac on the re-roll out from the spawn queue comes fast in and destroys Zebasai there, steals the med pack and jumps out. Oh, he's getting into his own sewer there, picks up the kit again. Both medics on the field right now, and it's pretty much neck and neck in terms of this Uber battle. So we'll go into a little bit of a stalemate here, but look at Exxon with a sneaky sticky trap. I think Rib spotted it out though.
Where is it?
It's just on the entrance to PC there, right in front of the med pack on middle. Both Devilmen have sticky at the same doorway, but I think Rib was watching Exxon put them on from around the corner.
There's one giving it away. He's at Larsa knows he's onto it.
Uber charges are almost ready.
They're already in.
No, it looks like Bull's got a little advantage here though. If he pushes right now, he might be able to catch 2 nuts, but they're hesitating, and it doesn't look like they close the distance in time. There's the pop off.
It's a really poor Uber there.
It's countered as well, and there's a few players that are overextended or in too deep there. Bull is one of them. Flippy goes down as well with T-Mac, and Daughter finally putting a few kills together and showing AWS LBC how to do it. Are they about to get a cap here? I think so.
I think Bull had the right idea there. Like he felt like they had the Uber advantage. He saw them push and saw that they probably weren't building properly, but he could only find a scout to link up with when he finally Ubered. Like he definitely had like I think he knew what was going on, he knew about the Uber advantage, but he just couldn't find the right classes so he could get on the medic quickly with it. So he popped early for no reason essentially, and then they could just counter Uber when they finally got it. Exxon's again opting to go Suez here. I think he doesn't really want to contest Rib on his fights. T-Mac crazy early again, going into that PC straight away. He's invisible for me, so I can't really see what he's doing, but...
He's coming back out onto middle after Tech's already got first blood onto Rib, Demul and Walters as well. And T-Mac is wreaking havoc here on his second attempt. Exxon's going to go down there, but that's pretty standard for LBC. Puts out a lot of damage. Dies to join Rib in the spawn queue. Both men down, but so many players up there for LBC. They're going to clean it up. A complete wipe. Actually, 2Not survived, I tell a lie. He didn't run all the way back to spawn, but he's at a bit of a uber disadvantage here. So if the French want to play this one with a bit of experience, they'll be able to get in there and use that charge kaidus.
Yeah, they have to know it. I mean, Exxon's still waiting on the respawn, on the forward spawn, so they're not going to have a demo with them, so it's going to make it hard. But they're going in anyway. Instant Uber from, is it Tech? I think Tech on the Uber. They're going for that medic, but they can't get anywhere near him. It's a fail Uber completely. The Pyro denies them, and it's a heavy setup with the medic, so they want to just get out and set up a solid defense with their respawning demo.
Yeah, probably one of the worst things you can do, like to just Uber in blindly there on that last point. It's just so massive. They just Ubered in straight away from rollout with the two soldiers. I'm sure they were scared of the sniper or whatever, but that was a big ask with that Uber all the way across the last point and two players.
Force coming in early from T-Mac. T-Mac doing a good job getting the Uber off there. They're all the way back on middle with a heavy. Looks like they want to wrap PC maybe with Tech. No, they're just going to set up on the medkit. But yeah, I think on that last push, they felt like they had only a small advantage because obviously 2Nuts fell out and wasn't building, so they probably felt like they had no time to waste and just had to get right in on it. I don't think they realised they actually had a full like 50% advantage because it's quite bizarre if you end up in that situation. Nonetheless though, they've again got a really big Uber advantage and a heavy as well, so they're really in command of the situation now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they choose to approach this because there's quite a lot of ground to cover there and there's plenty of spam coming their way and they're going to rotate around here, but this is just buying more time for 2Nuts to get his charge up. Right now 2Nuts is on 70% and here comes the heavy weapons. They Uber through PC here. He has to flash eggs on to avoid the spam and then turns around to Uber the heavy as well, but they have got two frags there. There's Larsa and Rib going down and Beaver's going to join him on a second spawn wave as well, so even after this Uber there's still going to be a man advantage here. Exxon's not in the field though, so they're missing a little bit of damage, but the HP of Tech on that heavy weapons guy means he can get out pretty safe now. T-Mac is pushing forward, trying to probe into last and see what the setup is. There's a scout in as well on the left hand side. That's Demul escaping on 17 HP, and I think LBS are just going to regroup here for a second, but they do have a commanding advantage yet again.
Yeah, they managed to get in really cheap on PC. Rib had a sticky trap set up, but no one spotted them, and Rib missed the det on the demo. He could have picked the demo, but instead he got himself picked, but probably not his fault, because there should be someone spotting that PC area. Like, they got all the way into balcony before they were even seen, so it was kind of unfortunate for Rib, but he could have changed the situation for himself.
He's got a little sticky trap here above the lobby. Tech spots it, and they're taking a sweet time here and trying to see what their setup is. They've got a sniper in the form of Flippy. We'll have to go to his perspective. He's going to move into the lobby right now. And the Uber actually comes in, so he's just going to snipe whilst all this goes on, but he does find Walters there with the body shot, and 2Nuts is about to get his charge, 99%. He will be able to pop off and save his team if he wants to, but he's holding on to it. Now pops off, but he's 2-3 down.
I can't believe that worked. I can't believe that worked. That was such a strange class setup to push last with like a 30% advantage. A sniper and a heavy, they had no like mobility, they just Ubered their heavy in. But they were just, I don't know, the medic capped in the end, they were just too slow to get on the point. They were just standing back waiting for the Uber, the Swedes. When really they could have just been straight in there, like, defending the point, sacrificing a body to keep it. Rib completely denying X on this medkit. He can't even get close at the moment. He's all the way back on 80 HP. They have absolutely no ground. T-Mac again coming aggressive onto this PC here and going behind, but I think the Swedes want to just try and take advantage of this while he's out of the fight. But he's coming back in right now. The fight's breaking down. There's one scout on the medic. I don't think he's going to get him, but he is taking all the attention away. And now here comes Rib jumping in, buying so much space. Wow, takes two frags. The demo and the medic, the two classes you want to get if you jump in as a demo, always your two top targets. And so it was really good play from Beaven, I think. I think Beaven was the scout in deep. He took all the attention, like T-Mac did nothing. No one even looked at him this mid, which I think is the right decision, because all he does is jump in PC and come back out. But in that time, the Swedes were just able to completely take advantage.
Yeah, credit to Lars as well. He's been hitting all his rollouts. He's opted to just walk in off the ramp slide that time, but he was there to support Rib, who was also fast. I think that is definitely intimidating for Exxon, but a strong middle there from Daughter, and now they have a great opportunity here to convert into a cap, but this point is notoriously hard. Looks like the combo wants to come in bottom left. They're leaving with a scout. They brought Walters in. They're pumping out damage onto that heavy. Demul goes down in the blink of an eye. Walters is straight onto the point as well. Smart play. Gets a little flash there to avoid the sticks, but oh! They can still make it happen if they try and bully up to the point. They do! Rib gets it! It's going to be 2-2.
It was a nice flash from 2 nuts. Like, normally you don't want to flash as a scout when you're capping the point, but I think he was definitely a goner if he hadn't taken that flash, and it just bought like his team enough attention and time to really get in on it.
Yeah. Here's rollout from Exxon going to Sewer this time. He's not even going to contest Rib. He realised he got outplayed on that last mid. And Larsa finds him straight away, but he can't land the rockets. I think he was just so surprised that the demo man there on a silver platter doesn't get the frag. But Flippy goes down to make it a 5-on-5 game. T-Mac is cleaned up on his roam, but the damage comes in straight away from the rest of the French. They've managed to get everybody except for Zebu, who bombs in on a last-ditch attempt to get Bull down, but is unsuccessful there.
The strange middles these, it seems like the Swedes seem to have it in their hands if they want to take it. It all comes down to if Larsa is able to do anything with his initial bomb, because he's always going in first. The Frenchies just seem to be waiting for him, taking that pick, and then T-Mac comes back in from PC, which he's always going into that PC of the Swedes and then coming back in late. So the onus is kind of on the Swedes really to do something early in this fight, or to play it as slow as the Frenchies and try and take that pick on T-Mac. But fully advantage now for the Frenchies.
Walter's sniping bottom right, then backs off, realises that nobody has tried to come in quickly there. It looks like LBC are going to push from left mid, straight in with an Uber Demo Man and Soldier. They put out a lot of damage up top onto that Heavy, who's down to 100. And they haven't opted to play the point immediately after that though. And as a result, they're going to get cleaned up. Oh, there's a heavy weapons guy from T-Mac there on the flank as well, but he gets arrowed down by 2 nuts. And a bit of a disappointing push there.
Yeah, they were just too slow to get that scout on the point. I mean, the scout had the right idea. He was trying to shoot the stickies, but I think you really need a heavy class to help him there, just to jump on the point and do a rocket jump and scatter the stickies so he can get on early. There was no pressure on Rib either, which was kind of sad because he was just able to come in from the spawn and just deny whoever tried to cap, but it was pretty much too late by then. A huge bomb by Rib, just pushing him out on choke, not allowing any ground. He wants to watch out he doesn't get a headshot. Flippy on the sniper now. It's provoking the Swedes to go through the sewer area really fast. They're probably going to go far right and try and cut that sight line away from him. Yeah, they're coming in far right. Big Uber advantage. Oh wait, no. Yeah, sorry. Big Uber advantage. Flippy's quite out of position. He's too far forward. He's going to go down, I think. Nope. Rocket hits the wall from Zeba's side. The pop came off. Did you see why?
Yeah, I think it was fear of the sniper, and T-Mac was just in the middle of a double jump there. He jumped behind, and he's now coming in again on the second attempt. 2 rockets, 2 sweet rockets onto 2 nuts there. Takes out the blue medic. And now Zebu sees this as time to go in and try and get as many frags as possible. He's gone into lobby while his scouts are trying to clean up on the spire here. Rib comes in just in time to help them out, and they have managed to make it a wipe there. Just a great reaction, I think, from the Swedish players. They've lost their medic. It's time to make some magic happen. They go in and they've made it 3-2 here. And this is a very fast-paced game, Kaidus.
Yeah, that was really impressive from the Swedes though. I mean, kind of disappointing from the Frenchies. The Swedes' health after their medic went down was all red, like 4 or 5 of them were red. So really poor focus fight from the Frenchies, but you've got to give credit to the Swedes for making that work.
Onto this middle, I'm watching a slow Exxon yet again. We got Lars up top and Rib just sticking all around that med pack. Exxon's finally moving forward with the rest of his team here. A lot of red players around that left hand side. Both soldiers up top spamming down so much here. T-Mac and Tech putting out big damage onto these Swedish players who are just stuck on that low ground. Nobody able to contest them there really. And they just bullied them out at that point. They're even lucky to get out there with their medic. 2 nuts was down on less than half health right there.
Yeah, slightly advantage coming out for the Frenchies, and Tech looks like he wants to muscle in on that. I mean, I don't expect he's going to actually try and pop on them, but he wants to take the ground while the Swedes can't contest. Oh my word. That's Walters in his prime there, just coming in from the flank and just destroying something with 2 shots. You don't see that enough from him these days, I think, but a little flash of his old days there, I think.
There's the Uber popped off right now by Bull. 2 nuts has his in tow here, and Zebside's going in deep before they've even popped off the charge. He's going to be able to chase here as he loves to. Finds Bull with a rocket, then switches on to Tech. He goes down too. Battle of the pockets being won by Zebasai right now. There's a scout onto 2 nuts though. Can they shut him down? The second coming in as well. 2 scouts here all over the Swedes. They're doing their best. Nuts goes down right in the air, and Flippy with the pistol. He's going to get him with the winger. And they need to start making moves onto middle if they want to make anything happen off the back of that medic trade. But it looks like the scout behind is going to distract them long enough, so they're going to be a little bit of a disadvantage here. 2 nuts is just about to respawn. But already Bull has like 15%. He's not building, he is building now actually, so it's going to be a pushable advantage I think for LBS.
I don't think they're going to wait for the advantage. They're
LBC.
just going to muscle in while they have no buffs. They're opting to not go in. I'm really surprised they don't choose to go in here because they had absolutely no buffs and no ground, the Swedes. I think they're just going to wait for the Uber advantage, which is a strange one for me though, because it's only a 20% advantage, and with Beaven on Sniper now, a kind of predictable move, they're going to be forced to either go PC really predictably or get forced early on choke. I wouldn't expect the Swedes will get caught out again. I mean, Rib got picked last time this push came in, but no, they have a soldier spawn. They know they're coming here, so they're going to be forced to Uber super fast, super early on PC, and not really going to do anything with it. I wouldn't suppose anyway. In fact, are they even going PC? I think they've just conceded. They're just conceding
PC,
this one.
yeah. Tech and Bull are there. They're waiting for the moment. They're trying to spot them out. They could push right now and make something happen, but it just looks like Tech wants to take their attention and try and let everyone in for free on choke. He does jump into deny rollout, but I think they didn't realise they had that much of an advantage. They're going to sit here. Here comes the Uber though from Zebasai. Fully 8 seconds for him as he comes in with the single Uber. Forces the multi, but he's not even going anywhere near those Uber players. He's chasing down the sniper. And he's at the empty out shotgun and rockets. He's really not done much with that Uber. They've actually lost control of the Spire, but the cleanup comes in. Walter's doing work there, getting T-Mac and Tech, but now it's only Beavern who is the last man alive. He's trying to cap Spire, who jumps in, finds eggs on. He's going to chase this sniper down as well. Flippy gets him! The cookery!
Wow, that push was just a... That was bizarre from start to finish. Like the Uber from Zebasai, like you got a nice multi off, but then he just went behind him and Tunas all the way behind. I haven't seen that before. I don't think, not from Zebasai at least. Normally he would like, I don't know, like he tanks the damage and like lets his team come in into the same fight, but he took the fight all the way behind them. That was a really weird play. I mean, it could have worked out if not for the machete of the sniper.
Look at Flippy here. Flippy's peeking in from rollout. He's trying to find that sniper. Sees a sniper up top. Now backside, realises there's a heavy weapons guy in defense here. Dome Zebasai comes forward to try and deny him. Flippy now getting healed up, going to be buffed again, and he's going to be able to move forward with one less soldier spy on him, so he might have an opportunity to pick off another head here. He's peeking around the corner. He's checking high, he's checking low, but he's looking now at Rib, pops a shot off, doesn't get it. He saw the medi beam up there. He knows the medic's up top if he wants to try and get that pick, but the Ubers come in anyway here for LBC. They've got a lot of damage put out, a couple of frags as well, but they themselves have been mullered. And Flip still there popping off shots.
No way. T-Mac just comes in, swoops in, one rocket on the player on the point. Who was that? I don't know, maybe Beaven. One rocket takes him down, and he was the only one on the point, and that was so close to capping. Nice play from T-Mac, but kind of poor awareness from the Swedes to only leave that guy with one rocket HP on the point.
Yeah, I think they were a bit paranoid about Flippy still there sniping onto this next middle though. Lars is coming and he's not opted to go that fast this time, but Rib very aggressive on the point. Lars waits for a little buff, then jumps forward. He's going in high, but he is not getting much done. He's gone into sewer now as the rest of his team begin to walk forward. Rib using that distraction to put out damage and control the choke point. There's a scout on his back though. Nobody's came forward to back up Rib, and he's going to get picked off there by Demul. And despite capping the point, the Swedes find themselves with 3 down. They're at a 2-man disadvantage right now. Bull's about to get charged, and 2 nuts. He's nowhere even near his.
This is a repush every day of the week. The Frenchie's getting in on it. Exxon all the way on the left. He's going to try and lock down that sewers and choke here and not let them back in. I'd be very surprised if they try to come in. They're not even on Uber yet. They're just going to have to give this one up to Swedes.
Haven't capped that midpoint though. They got the spawns in fairly promptly, so it's going to be 6 on 6 here around this choke point. You see Zebasai probing in. He's ready to go with Uber. He sees Tech as well. I think he can definitely see the whites of his eyes at this range. And both pockets are coming in. No. Oh, they're just dancing around each other. This is like awkward teenagers at a high school dance. Come on, step forward, guys. Somebody man up. Exxon steps in. He's always the bait. Tries to pop off a few pipes but can't connect. Rib is looking for the buff right now, so is Zeb with the combos fully healed. The Scouts are putting themselves in the mix here. The Uber does come in though. Zebasai has gone in deep and it's going to be milked for a few seconds there by Bull, so Tech has the option to push here if he wants, and he is going to go in deep. He's trying to chase down 2 nuts, gets him! And that's a medic advantage right now. What will the Swedes choose to do this time? Will they go in deep or try and evacuate? It looks like they're looking for frags on the flank, but Demul is shutting down Zebo and Bevern. And they couldn't even win that battle on the flank. Not even a single frag there coming in against LBC.
That was really well played from the Frenchies. I mean, it looked like they just wanted to walk in on the choke straight away and just like come in with a casual Uber push, but then they, I don't know who it was, but someone in Sewers spotted out Zebasai's positioning, saw that he was completely alone with the medic, and obviously they interpreted that he just wanted to multi them, so they played it really slow and eventually baited him into popping. I mean, clearly, like when Exxon peaked, Zebo felt like that was his time to get in and get the multi Uber out, but no one was there, so really well played from the Frenchies to bait that out of him, and then from there it was just all downhill. when you commit that far forward with your Uber and you get nothing for it, like it's done basically.
Oh, Rib pretty fast there, trying to peek left and put spam onto choke and sewer door. T-Mac rolled in a little bit slower and he's actually been taken down to 50 HP, but no one's died just yet. As I say that, Tech and Flippy both die to Rib. Rib gets Bull as well with the sticks, just walked forward and baited. I think he sort of had a nice bit of area control there from the start of the middle that just seemed to capitulate with him crushing everybody.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened right at the start, but he was so free, like he could do anything he wanted on that mid, just walking forward and just spamming stickies, like there was no pressure on him. Maybe, I'm not sure if he denied it himself or if it was his team's help, but he dominated that mid, there was absolutely nothing to stop him. And the demo like Rib, I think like really the Swedes have the demo advantage here and they should be trying to nullify Rib a bit because I don't think Exxon can compete with him, at least that's been the case so far, but the Uber coming in now, bottom left.
Yeah, another very early Uber. They've sent a scout up top. That's Walters who will drop down to get Flippy actually taking that sniper out. This Heavy is on half health right now, but they're just going to stack the point. The Heavy too slow to walk forward with that minigun spun up. And this game is so back and forth. It's now 4-4 here as we go in just past 10 minutes remaining here on the clock. It's going to be Medigun versus Medigun onto this next middle. And we've seen some decisive middles from both sides so far, but this rollout here is a slow one from Exxon. He's opted to go sewer. He's looking to sort of sidestep Rib here. He's got stickies up on the crate, but very defensive here from Exxon. He's trying to stay alive and help his team out. The soldiers have jumped up, but both teams very sheepish on this middle. The health is actually looking worse for the Swedes as the French play the waiting game. Exxon gets the pick onto Larson. The middle steps forward onto Walters and also gets Rib there. A 3k actually finds Zebasai as well, and he's going to finish off with the frag onto 2 nuts. Demul going big on that mid.
I think that mid sums it up for me really. Rib was slow and couldn't put out the same kind of pressure he's been doing on all the other mids so far, and they didn't really have an answer. Like they just kind of stayed behind their crates and waited for something to happen, at least from Rib's perspective. Wow, what the hell? Where did they're spawn camping, they're already on last.
Already on last, yeah.
Wow, that's a dominating round. That's like a statement round if ever I saw one.
Yeah, they are definitely trying to take control of this one. Do the Swedes have a response? I think they might. 8 minutes left now, and there have been, this is going to be the 10th middle, so many rounds as they just go hard at it. They're taking lumps out of each other right now. Rib's super fast, he's going to move left and tries to control choke and sewer. He's done damage to Exxon but finds himself in a dangerous position. He's going to eat a little bit of spam himself, but Walter's beavered, able to take up Flippy and T-Mac there. And again we see back and forth, Daughter with the response to the LBC middle. And they're going to chase all the way to last here. Bull is running ahead through the lobby here. He's getting hunted down. Rocket launches him skyward. Larsa sends him onto Little Itch. He's juked, but Beaver's scour gun doesn't miss. Bull goes down, and 2 nuts remains alive. They're going to get middle, and they mightn't be able to get Spire as it turns out. Maybe they committed a few too many there, but they definitely have the Uber advantage.
Yeah, I think this should be a Spire take for them again. But that mid again, proving it's all about Rib on these mids for me. He was fast. He went fast left. He to early pressure on them and forced the Frenchies to focus him. And once the Frenchies have to focus him, like the scouts are just there to clean up, they completely overcommit bodies onto him.
Oh, look at this bomb in from Exxon. He's going in deep onto pipe onto 2 nuts, but he was already Gibbs by the time that he connected. 2 nuts is going to be able to hold on to that one with confidence, but he still has a massive Uber advantage here, and there's no demo man up, so this is effectively a free Spire if they want to take it. I don't see any LBC players here to contest this one.
Yeah, if you're going to go for a play like that, I guess he picked a decent time to do it, because he is going to respawn for last, and even if he hadn't done that, their chances of holding Spire weren't that great. I mean, that's kind of the classic Exxon play as of late. I mean, I haven't seen him too much in recent weeks, but at least this season, he's been actually very consistent jumping the medics and getting like the sticky pipe combo or just the 2 pipes. So I actually expected him to get that one, and unfortunately he didn't, but it's not going to cost him too dearly because he's going to respawn, and they're getting the Uber up now. The sentry coming up from Demo, I haven't seen that so far this game.
And they've waited so long. Bull's actually got his charge up as well, so there's a sentry and an Uber to contest with here. They do manage to take the sentry out, but now the Uber comes in, the counter Uber. Rib and Walter's already around. 2 nuts and Zebo are going to join them as well. And that was just sort of a bit lackadaisical there from Daughter. I think they didn't realise they had lost their advantage, and then they found themselves up against a sentry. Didn't do their homework before they pushed last. Now LBC pushing out, they've got ×5 on the point. They're already pushing back the flank there. You see a very weak Larsa retreating onto middle, but look at the sniper here. Walter's on the scope. First shot rings out. I'm not sure if anybody realises he hasn't managed to get a frag off the back of it. Rib onto Flippy though will take the wind out of LBC Seals here. Oh, there's eggs on finding Bavern, but he's put himself in a position he couldn't really get out of. Zebasai jumps round and finishes him off with a little help from the self-damage. They're going to move forward onto the Spire here as well. These sniper shots keep ringing out, but I don't see any frag moving material. Just here comes the Uber to block, though. 2 knots is only on 75%. Tech with the great read. There's the headshot. But it wasn't from Walters.
Nope. Surprise, surprise, Flippy's the man once again. Now scoping in on Choke, trying to find off some stragglers. I think a scout went PC, I'm not sure. Is he flanking? Is that scout going for the backup? Flippy must have seen that. Yeah, they have 2 guys waiting on Spire for him. He's not getting anything done. Scout behind in lobby, though. He might be a pest for the near future. Nope. I take that back.
Flippy is going to show Walters who's the boss there. That was sniper on sniper. That scout might still... No, Beeman's been cleaned up as well, so that's a 2-man advantage here as LBC push it ahead. And Tech jumps in deep there. Exxon follows him up as well, but Rib had the stickies pre-placed there, just putting down that meat grinder. Exxon goes down, but they've at least bullied back Daughter enough to be able to cap the Spire with pretty much comfort. Flippy's still on sniper. Walters is going to snipe too, so Flippy taking a peek here from the bottom left on the attacking perspective, but he's getting pushed back. I'm going to have to watch the Flippy perspective. Walter isn't hitting anything.
It was a really poor time to die for Exxon there. I mean, I gave him the benefit of the doubt before, but there he died when his team had a 30% advantage, and this time his spawn time did prevent him from pushing. But oh my god, the crit's coming out. Exxon down instantly. The counter Uber pop though, they're going to be able to chase with that. They haven't got a demo though, so they can't overextend too deeply. I think this is going to be like a reset.
I was too busy watching the snipers hit nothing. Uh-oh. So he's juking around. There's 3-4 players to block him there. He eventually goes down. Flippy's been able to walk in for free. Hits a body shot onto 2 knots. He's down to 40. And I'm sure he's screaming out medic low, but there's nobody even near there. Bull's running all the way back through PCs, taking the safest route possible. And Exxon is just setting up stickies on Choke. They're going to try and wait for spawns to come in. He does debt that trap, I think, but got pressured back by a scout, and Daughter managed to hold on there, but LBC still in the lead right now.
Yeah, I was really surprised they opted to try and follow into last after Exxon died. I mean, they got the early pick on Exxon.
Oh, it's still crits. Here comes 2 nuts. 3 Choke, he's got...
he's down.
Cancel that. Get that. Rewind. Teammate gets 2 nuts. There's no crits on the field anymore. And Daughter are trying to go in deep to a pretty entrenched French team. They're well back on Choke here. They can control this with spam. There's a Soda pushing ahead into the sewer. He could get picked off. That's Zebasai on 93, but the French are a little bit scared here. They're fighting 2 fights. Walters is in behind, gets the frag onto Flippy, who was still playing sniper. Now they're trying to fight behind and in front, and they're actually a man down, and the spawns are in favour of Daughter here. If LBC choose to stay in this fight, they're probably going to lose it, so they're going to back out here, try and clean up and make sure everything's okay in terms of that back cap threat. There's a Soda coming in though off that distraction of Walters behind. And look at the position of Bull. He's in so deep here. He's super weak. He's 13 health. Soda jumps in. Surely he's not going to miss this one. Yes, Lars is going to get that pick onto Bull. Medic down 2 nuts with the advantage. But how many players did they lose for that?
Exxon again going so deep, trying to just equalize these Ubers all the time. I mean, it's not even worth it this time. It's only a 20% advantage, maybe 30 now, but really it's not worth his life in this situation. They're throwing more bodies in. Who is that? T-Mag not getting anything either. So they're just throwing 2 bodies onto a medic who only had a 30% charge advantage to begin with. It's grown bigger now because no one bothered going back to meet Bull. Everyone just wanted to go in and go for 2 nuts. So I'm not really sure how I feel about this play from the Frenchies. I think they're kind of giving it to them at the moment, making it too easy.
If they can keep trading medics at least with this much time left, there's only a minute 30, they might feel that they can just slow it down to a big slugfest. But now they've really given 2 nuts and Zebo a reason to push. They've given them an excuse. Not only is there that 1 round deficit to equalise, but they've got this big Uber advantage. And there's only a few players already set up there on defense, and the French are looking pretty sheepish about this one. They're already trying to look for the way out. Exxon's spamming. Big tries to make a play there, but gets juggled and stunned. He's going to have to back out as well, but they might have bought enough time. 20% here. Zebo's already in. He's probably going to get the medic. He's in deep, lands 2 rockets. Bull's gone down, and Daughter might be able to bring this one to a golden cap. 1 minute left on the clock.
It absolutely has to be a cap. You see that health from the Frenchies are also weak. They just have to focus fire now, and it should be a really easy round to take. And it's a round. It's going to be a golden cap. But I really have to look at Exxon on that one. I mean, like I say, I defended him before when he made a play for the med at the right time, but this was such a wrong time for him to do it. And then T-Mac following up after his demo already went down. It was just senseless. I don't know if they lost their heads at the moment, but there was 1 minute 30 left, 1 round up. They didn't have middle, but they were about to get control of middle. It was 5v2. The mid cap was a guaranteed thing. I can't believe that they actually did that. It was really throwing it basically. Like they threw it. I can't put it any other way. They just threw the game away there. I mean, it was clinical play in the push from the Swedes to take Spire without the Uber and then push last with the Uber. Zebasai getting the med pick and then the focus fire after it. But to even be in that situation, it was just a strange one. It was strange.
Maybe there just is no French term for park the bus. You know, they don't understand that concept. It's a cultural difference or something. If their medic dies, they feel they have to avenge him. But yeah, it's going to be a golden cap here. This was an incredibly exciting first 30 minutes. We saw 11 middles and 10 rounds on the scoreboard. 5-5 it finishes here. If you have just joined us, this is Team Fortress TV. It's Admirable, kaidus and John on the camera. We're here for this ETF2L Season 17, powered by TT Esports Premiership Week 5 fixture. It's Daughter versus Berrichonne de Châteauroux. This is map 1 process. We're going to be going to Viaduct shortly, but not before we decide who is the winner here via a golden cap in Europe. That's 10 minutes of play. If a team caps, they win the map. But if no one caps after those 10 minutes, it's the team that holds middle that wins. Somebody's just disconnected from the server, so maybe we'll take a quick sneaky look at the logs, kaidus, huh?
Yeah, I'm checking them out at the moment. Exxon with the top damage, but also 22 deaths, which isn't really what you want to see from a demo. I mean, he's fourth highest deaths, which kind of sums up his game. Like, he was going really aggressive, really deep, trying to get these med picks that I think only 1 out of the 5 that I saw really made sense for him. Pretty even across the damage, to be honest. He's 1k ahead of Zebasai, who's half a k, 500 ahead of Rib, who's equal with Tech. So there you have your 2 pockets and 2 demos, all pretty balanced.
Yeah, and this server is an ETF2L server, so we're missing some of those delightfully juicy medic stats, courtesy of F2 and Anakin and Zub, but still plenty to look at right here. I've just about got it opened. I'm looking at my favorite stat, of course, kills and assists per death, and Walter's actually doing all right, getting a lot of assists, 33 frags, 17 assists, and 18 deaths. He topped that, so definitely doing work for his team. Notice as well, medic assists is one I like to look at, but Two Nuts had almost double the assists of Bull, which tells me, you know, that their combo plays were a little bit more successful. Like, he's usually healing Zebasai, so I'm assuming, you know, I'm making a leap of faith there that that's Zebasai getting frags of those 2 Nut assists, but we're going to go live for this golden cap. Any predictions, kaidus? Is it too close to call?
I'll give you my prediction if I see Rib's rollout, because I really think that's been the deciding factor so far. Rib's quick. I think it's going to be a dart round, or at least a dart middle. Take it away.
Yeah, and Exxon going sewer. Rib's going to read that one by now. He hasn't seen any sign of the red demo man, but T-Mac with the delayed bomb. They focus fire on Rib. He maybe got a little bit predictable there, doing the same thing a couple of mids in a row. And they acted on that, and immediately the Swedes back out. They know this is crunch time right now. This isn't just the main run of things where you're going to trade rounds 10 at a time. So they're backing up here. They're trying to buy time for Rib to respawn so they can hold on to Spire. It's Medigun versus Medigun here. We did see 2 Nuts rock crits to a few middles, but not this time. Money on the line, points on the line here for ETF2L, and now the French are already working their way into a choke. The Swedes opting to stay back, so I'm expecting to see a late Zebasai Uber once they're close. They'll probably come in to block it with that charge, the single Uber, try and make something happen, and here he comes. They're going to pop off early. Tech is there, and it's traded pretty much immediately, but Beavern finding Demille is going to be the real story here. The first frag goes to him. Rib actually gets picked off by Flippida, who steps forward and finds the Swedish demo man, and now Sweden are looking at all its Daughter trying to make it out. Zebasai on life support here, only 20 health left before he gets cleaned up by Exxon stickies.
I'm going to give some credit to Exxon on that push, because as soon as Uber got forced, he jumped out, set himself up in sewers, got a pick on Lasso, who hunted him down, and then came in perfectly timed with a follow-up. But like, that's just a wipe onto, that's the game. Like, that's been the story of the Frenchies actually. They've taken a lot of rounds off the back of a successful CP2 push. A lot of their last pushes didn't go so great, like the point focus that just never happened or happened too late and they end up getting cleaned up. But wow.
Yeah, that's something I was chatting to Tech earlier. I was saying, you know, like, this game is going to turn into Uber trades between you and Zebasai, except Exxon's going to put himself in the mix and die and give Daughter an advantage. But right there, you saw smart plays, him getting himself out of it, and there was like nobody else there from the French. Like, people are always talking about how Daughter are well drilled and nobody gets involved with the Ubers, but we saw that right there from Berrichonne de Châteauroux. They're going to be your winners here for this first map. That means they take 2 points and 1 goes to Daughter, but there's still 3 points up for grabs on the